Hey, sis. Long time no talk. How have you been? Are you still single and miserable?
Yep. Still single and no boyfriend, sad to say. That's life. So, what's up? Why are you messaging me? Surely you're not so bored and have so much free time that you're just calling to make fun of me.
True enough. I am actually really busy lately. So yeah. Anyway, as you know, unlike you, sis, I'm a graduate of an Ivy League university, so I'm kinda in the elite echelon. You know what I mean? And I'm super busy all the time making the money, but there's something I just have to tell you about. It's big news. And here it is. I'm gonna get married. Can you believe it?
No way! Really? That is big news. That's great. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's exactly what I deserve, as the elite person that I am, too.
So, tell me about the lucky girl. How did you meet her? I didn't even know you were dating anyone. This is pretty out of the blue.
Oh, you really want to know? You want all the details? Okay, but I think it'll probably just make you more miserable. So, apologies in advance.
Why is that? Why would it make me more miserable than you think I already am?
Well, she works at a big company just like I do. And she's kinda elite like me, too. She had top marks in school and all that. Like, straight A's across the board. And last year, she even got the Outstanding Achievement Award from our CEO.
So she works with you, huh? A fellow titan of industry? And she even got recognized by the CEO. She must be a real achiever then. Perfect for you.
Yeah, exactly. She's a total achiever. A real go-getter. And she makes really good money, too. She's kinda like a dream fiancé. Both of us working for this major corporation and all. I think we might end up being one of those power couples that you read about. Once we're hitched, our combined household income is gonna be over $100,000 a year. How's that for power?
It's pretty cool that both of you are making great money. You should be able to live a good life together.
Yeah, well, she was chosen by me and I'm elite, so... Naturally, whoever I chose, she wasn't gonna be someone without a good social standing and an education. I mean, I couldn't marry someone like you, sis.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Dad filled me in on your current situation. He said you're not only still single, but you're also still living at home. It's pretty much what I'd expect from someone with no money and only a high school education.
Listen up, little bro. Show some respect. You've got no right to talk to me like that. I deserve better from you.
And what are you getting angry about? Your high school diploma and you're still living at home are both the truth. I'm just saying. There's no denying that you're a lower-class citizen, sis. I mean, come on. What were you thinking anyway? Not going to college and settling for only a high school diploma? That was a really stupid decision, if you ask me.
Stupid? Did you just call me stupid? Watch your mouth squirt.
If you'd just gone to college like I did, think of what you could be doing now. You might be working at a big, powerful company like I am, making bank and dating an elite, about to get married. You've got nobody but yourself to blame for your lower-class life, sis. Our choices define our circumstances.
You're right. I would have gone to college if I'd been able to, but it wasn't possible. You, of all people, should know about that story. I couldn't go to college because my high school grades and attendance were so bad. And there was a reason for that, too.
Yeah, your excuse for all that was pretty ridiculous, if you ask me. Saying that your classmates hated you and froze you out of everything socially? I mean, seriously. Quitting school for that dumb reason just makes you look mentally weak and unstable. And I just can't understand why you'd choose the life of an uneducated dropout. It's sad.
You've got a lot of nerve, judging me and calling me ridiculous. You weren't there. You don't have the slightest clue as to how much I was suffering back then. If you did, you wouldn't be so dismissive of what I went through.
Well, of course I don't. Because you and I are different. Like I was just saying. I would have stuck it out and gotten through it. Because I'm smart and tough. And like I also said, choosing not to go to school just because of other kids being mean to you isn't a good reason. It just makes you look mentally weak and unstable. Not a good look.
Wow. Just wow.
Mentally unstable, no education, no money. I mean, I'm honestly embarrassed to introduce you to my fiancé. I'm a bit ashamed of you, sis. And I'm actually feeling pretty gloomy about this family dinner that's coming up soon.
A family dinner? When? That's news to me. When is that happening? This month?
Mom told you we're getting together later this month, didn't she? That's when we're all gonna have dinner together so I can introduce my fiancé to you all.
Really? I haven't heard a word about that. I'm surprised they didn't tell me about it yet. I have no plans to go home until the end of next month, actually.
Go home? Hang on a second. Where are you now, then?
I'm in Mexico right now. I love it here. Great food, perfect weather, and nice people. I got here last week and I don't plan to go back home until the end of next month.
Oh, really? That's hilarious. What happened? A broke girl with no education like you? What are you doing there anyway? Are you now at the age where you need to go on a trip to find yourself? That must be it.
Not at all, smartass. That couldn't be further from the truth, actually.
I feel bad for you. You must really be miserable. You finally get to go abroad and all you can afford is a cheapy trip to Mexico. My dream fiancé and I are planning to do our honeymoon in France. Paris and then Nice. It'll be amazing. Wow. I never thought you and I would end up this far apart in social standing, sis. It's really kinda unbelievable.
Anyway, and much more importantly, what are we gonna do about that family dinner? I can go back home for it if you want me to. I can make that work. Looking forward to meeting your girl.
Nah, the timing is just right. No need to come back. Like I said, I don't really want to introduce you to her anyway. There's too much embarrassing stuff about you that I'd have to explain to her. It's actually better if you're not here.
What? Stop making jokes.
I'll just tell her that my broke, uneducated sister is on a trip finding herself. Have a great trip and good luck with that self-discovery stuff. Although, I gotta say, I doubt you're smart enough to actually discover anything that we all don't already know.
Hello. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance, Sabrina. My name is Tara, and Thomas and I just got married last week. I know it's a bit late, so I apologize for that. However, I do want to let you know about it, as Thomas's sister.
What? Married? That was fast.
You two already tied the knot? I thought you two were planning it later. That is correct. It is a fait accompli, as they say in France. Yesterday evening, we dined with your lovely parents. At that time, they graciously offered to act as witnesses to our marriage. So Thomas decided that we should just go ahead and do it post-haste. He didn't want to waste any more time.
Wow, really? That's wonderful.
Yes. So last night, we went to the nearest wedding chapel and got it done. We already received notification that it's been recorded and that we are now man and wife.
Wow. Well, congratulations then.
And please allow me to also belatedly introduce myself. I'm Sabrina, Thomas's older sister. You must forgive me for not being able to meet you sooner. I very much wanted to make that happen. Oh, no, it's perfectly all right. We all understand your situation perfectly. Thomas told me that you've been very consumed with your journey of self-discovery.
Yes, well,
That's Thomas's way of stating things. I'll leave it at that. There's actually a bit more to it than that. For now, I just really wanted to meet you as soon as I was able to after coming back from Mexico. Again, please accept my apologies for not having been able to do so sooner than this. Oh, it's no problem at all, really. Honestly, you could have just not done this at all and it would have been fine. Because I really don't generally associate with people of your social standing.
pardon me?
Yes, Thomas has told me quite a bit about you. It was difficult for him to tell me some of it, but tell me he did. I know that you've only a high school education and are still at home, living off your parents. Thomas explained it all to me. All of it. I am not in the habit of associating with such people, to be honest. But as a courtesy to you as his sister, I felt obliged.
Please wait a moment. There's been some misunderstanding or miscommunication about those points. While it's true that I do only have a high school education, I am gainfully employed. And yes, while I am currently living at my parents' house, I am absolutely not mooching off them.
I see. However, your parents told me the same thing. In fact, they said that it's quite a nuisance having you living there indefinitely. They say that, while you do pay some of your own living expenses, it's not like you're paying them rent or anything. They say it's not nearly enough, and that they'd like you to move out soon.
Really? I find that hard to believe. My parents actually said that?
But I am genuinely curious, so I must ask. Aren't you even a little ashamed of yourself? After all, you are much too old to be such a burden to your own family. I must say, it takes a lot of nerve to be so shameless about it.
The last thing I want to do is be a burden to anyone, least of all my own family.
But that's exactly what you're doing, according to your parents. They're ashamed to even admit that their daughter never went to college. And they're even more ashamed to tell anyone that you're still unmarried and living at home. They actually even said that they'd rather be living with Thomas and I, rather than you.
That's just... I am hurt.
So, apparently, they went ahead and just threw your stuff away. And Thomas and I are going to move in and replace you. It's been decided.
What did you just say?
So, when you do eventually come back from your self-discovery journey, you won't have anywhere to stay. You'll need to start looking for a place upon your return from Mexico. It looks like you'll go from finding yourself to finding your new home.
Wait a minute. Explain, please. What are you talking about? You threw my stuff away. Are you saying that it's all been literally disposed of? As in the garbage? And meaning that you actually went into my room without me there?
Yes. We all had a good time cleaning it up together and getting rid of everything. So that room will be my room once Thomas and I move in.
You can't be serious. This is a lousy joke and a lousy way to introduce yourself to me, Tara.
Your parents seemed to especially enjoy the process. It looks like they are really happy to finally be rid of you. I could see it on their faces. They were breaking things down and throwing them away like it was spring cleaning. I guess they really needed to release some pent-up resentment towards you.
I had no idea they were so tired of me. I am truly hurt by what you're telling me. I mean, it might not have been a lot, but I was giving them money every month for living expenses. I did that because it was the right thing to do. I even did housework as proactively as I could.
That's exactly what a mooch would say to avoid responsibility, though, isn't it? There's really no getting around the reality of it all. And that reality is that, no matter what you do or say, you're a burden and a nuisance to them.
A burden and a nuisance. You know, I'm not going to be spoken to or about this way by you. Who are you, anyway? You're the brand new wife of my brother. Nothing more. I've never met you in my life. Not even once.
All you need to know about me is that I detest low-class people and mooches. Let's face it, you are just on a completely different level than Thomas and I. A much lower level, of course. I mean, he and I are elite employees at a huge and powerful corporation.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It doesn't matter what I say or do. I'll always just be an uneducated lowlife to you.
Finally we are understanding each other. And I am overjoyed. So, once you're back from your self-discovery trip, there's no need or reason for you to show up here at home. Your belongings have all been properly disposed of, and there's nothing here for you to come back to.
Thank you. That's a load off my mind.
Huh?
Yeah, now I can move on to my next destination. You've lightened my load for me. Phew! And I appreciate you taking care of that cleanup for me. Thanks.
What are you suddenly thanking me for? We just went and threw away all your things. And you're not gonna have anywhere to stay when you come back. And in spite of all that, you're thanking me?
Well, it's no big deal if I don't have a place to stay back there. Because I'll be making a place for myself here. This is a great opportunity for me to move abroad.
What? The high school grad thinks she's gonna move abroad to Mexico? You can't even speak Spanish. You clearly don't have any money either. So what are you even thinking?
Actually, I do speak Spanish. And 4 other languages.
Huh?
And thanks to my job, I do have money. Plenty of money. Making the move abroad is really not a big deal for me.
How is that possible? I don't get it. No way does a girl like you with no education speak 5 languages. Impossible.
Well, you must have heard from my brother that the reason I never went to college was because of my poor attendance in high school, right? During that period, I was actually studying foreign languages at home.
What?
Yeah, I never really fit in anywhere as a kid. Never felt like I belonged at any school back home. So I started to think to myself, maybe I'm never gonna really fit in the States. I felt like I needed to look for other options. So I started studying languages, just in case my worries about that stuff turned out to be correct.
And you're telling me that you can now speak 5 languages because of that?
That's right. Thanks to that self-study that I did at home, I can now speak Japanese, Chinese, French, and Spanish. So if we include English in that count, I do actually speak 5 languages now.
I don't believe you. You're lying. Uneducated people like you just aren't capable of something like that. No way have you become fluent in that many languages. Not possible.
Okay. Would you be satisfied if I showed you my sales receipts from last quarter? Actually, I've been doing my own import-export business for a while now. Lately, I've been buying up a lot of stock of local textile goods here in Mexico and communicating with buyers in a bunch of different places. So of course my correspondence with those buyers is in their languages. You can't expect them all to be able to speak English.
Wow.
Being able to speak their languages definitely helps things go more smoothly. And I'm very happy to say that my sales are going smoothly and they're steadily increasing too. And recently, I've even had a couple of orders from agents who are purchasing on behalf of really big buyers. And thanks to that, my sales last month were about $50,000.
What? 50,000? You made that much in 1 month?
Yeah. So pretty soon I'm gonna move abroad and devote myself entirely to those overseas buyers that I mentioned. I can do online sales and correspondence from anywhere, so
And it'll be easier to do the buying once I'm established over here, too, so. It's really difficult to believe that you've managed to accomplish all that. I mean, you're just an uneducated, low-class dropout. So, anyway, feel free to use my room at home. It's all yours. And give my parents my best wishes. And don't forget to pay them their $1,200 per month. Huh? 1,200? Wait a minute. That's how much you've been paying them all this time? Yep. At first, it was only $400 a month, but my profits kept increasing. So eventually, I was paying them $1,200, even though it was a little tough. I really didn't think they'd throw me out like this when I was paying them that much. Whoa, hang on. This is all... That can't be right. $1,200 a month is way too much for me to be paying them. What? Really? How can that be? You and my brother are a power couple. You'll be just fine. Okay, I gotta go now, but good luck and take care.
Hey, Sabrina. Are you seriously paying Mom and Dad $1,200 a month? They're telling us that's what they expect from us, too.
Yeah, that's what I was paying them. So you and your elite wife should be able to pay them at least that much, if not more. Have fun with that.
$1,200 each? We can't afford that. That's just way too much. But Mom and Dad are saying, you two are a power couple who both work at a great big, powerful company. $1,200 each should be no problem for either of you.
Wow. $2,400 a month is pretty steep for sure. But you two can handle it, right? I mean, you're the power couple with the awesome household income. You'll be fine.
Get real. $2,400 a month is way out of range even when you're working for a big company. I mean, my salary this year is finally about $50,000. After taxes and stuff, that comes to only about $2,500 a month. With a bonus, I may make over $50,000, but that's it.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, and Tara is making about that much too. It's completely insane to be living with our parents and still having to pay out nearly half our salaries just for housing. That's just not workable. Not doable.
Even if that's the case, why are you telling me? Complaint should be directed to Mom and Dad.
I am complaining to them. And their response is that my sister only has a high school diploma and she was paying $1,200. So if Tara and I can't pay at least twice that amount, they wasted their money putting me through college. I mean, they seriously said to me, we'd have been better off just letting you finish high school, like your sister. That would have been a better return on investment.
Wow. Seems like their expectations are really different because they put you through college.
What am I gonna do? The whole reason for moving in with them was so we could save up to buy our own place someday. But we can't save if we're paying them 50% of our income.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to talk things over with Tara and figure it out. Because, as you know, I've been kicked out of that house, so all this has nothing to do with me anymore. Hi, Sabrina. Long time no talk. How's everything going for you over there? You must have your hands full with work and getting settled in and everything, huh? Yeah, there's a lot to do and I'm very busy, but that's really no concern of yours. Hey, don't be so cold. That hurts. I was thinking that I could help you out with some things. Help? What do you mean by that? Our company has decided that we can do side jobs now if we want to, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to help you out. I bet I could help you increase your profits with my big business experience. Ah, I see what you're getting at. So, you can give me half of your sales from now on. I'll settle for 50% for my salary. Excuse me? You think you're gonna get 50% of my sales? Like I said, I have experience in big business, so that's a reasonable amount. I fully intend to produce results that'll justify that amount. Yeah, no. You couldn't possibly produce results that'd justify that much in salary. My education and my experience will absolutely justify it. I promise you. So, are you interested in my assistance or not? I have a college degree and this big business experience, so I'm a valuable asset. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I have no interest in getting involved with a person who got fired from their previous position. What? Yeah, you're a little late with this proposition, Tara. I already heard from my folks that you got fired from your old job. Getting canned right after getting married isn't a great way to start a relationship with them. They're not happy. Not happy at all. No, that's not. Plus, I heard the reason for your dismissal. They told me that you were fired for harassing coworkers to the point of them quitting. That's a really bad reason to get fired. But that's not true. That's not accurate at all. As far as I'm concerned, that wasn't harassment. It was nothing of the sort. Those underlings were just weak-minded and couldn't take my criticisms. Wow. I really can't stand people like you. You treat others like dirt and you do it with impunity. Then, when you get called out for it, you avoid responsibility and blame the victim. It's because of people like you that I almost dropped out of high school and didn't go to college. I was so traumatized by the mean kids, and I just wanted to avoid any more of it at all costs. And I have no interest in getting involved with anyone like you who doesn't sympathize with what we victims feel and is only interested in blaming us for your treatment of us. No, wait. I've grown my business all on my own, and I'll continue to do so. I know what I'm capable of. I don't need your expertise, your college degree, or you. Thank you very much. Wait a minute, sister. At least until I find my next job. Help me out. Just until then. Please, hire me and give me something to do. Nope. I'm not looking for anyone with your education, experience, or personality at this time. Thank you for your interest. I wish you luck with your job search. If you don't, your power couple status may be in jeopardy, I'm afraid. After that exchange, I never heard from Tara again. I guess she's trying hard to get a new job, but she's not having any luck getting into a company like the one she was at before. So she's spending a lot of time on the job search websites and not really getting anywhere with it. Since she's not making any money, she can't pay my parents anything either. And of course, that means that my parents are in bad shape too. Apparently, they weren't really saving for retirement. So now they're both doing part-time jobs to make ends meet. The result of all this? My parents' annoyance with Tara not being able to find work, plus them being unaccustomed to having to work so hard, has burdened them with a feeling that they are responsible for putting food on the table. It's a pretty terrible situation. So needless to say, things are pretty tense in that house lately. It sounds like pretty much of a nightmare to me, to be honest. I hope they can all get through it without making things even worse. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. If you didn't, or you have anything else you want to say, feel free to give us your opinion in the comments section below. Also, please follow our channel. Your opinions and comments keep us going. We have many more videos that we're sure you'll enjoy. So please check them all out. See you in the next video.